August 17, 1995. Thursday afternoon, 2:37. Bad Boy Entertainment Offices, 6th floor, Times Square. The building hums with the energy of a label on fire. Gold records line the hallway walls. Plaques gleam under fluorescent lights. Phones ring in every direction. Assistants move fast carrying contracts and demos and coffee. The air smells like new money and ambition and that particular mixture of cologne and printer ink that defines the music industry in 1995. This is the empire Sean Combs is building. This is the kingdom Puff Daddy owns. And today, he's about to make his most important artist the richest young rapper in New York. Puffy's office sits at the corner. Windows on two sides. View of Broadway below. Traffic visible but not audible. Soundproofing keeps the chaos outside where it belongs. Inside is controlled, curated, perfect. Black leather couch against one wall. Glass desk in the center. Chrome and mahogany. Executive chair that cost more than most people's monthly rent. Framed magazine covers. Vibe. The Source. XXL, all featuring bad boy artists. All representing Puffy's vision made manifest. The office says success. Says power. Says we made it and we're not going back. Biggie Smalls sits on the leather couch. 360 pounds in a Coogie sweater and Timberlands. Ready to Die went triple platinum 4 months ago. Every song is a hit. Every verse is quotable. Every appearance is an event. He's 23 years old and the biggest rapper alive. Not just in New York. Not just on the East Coast. Everywhere that matters. He's what everyone wants to be. What everyone's trying to sound like. The king. The standard. The ceiling that became the floor. He made it. Proved everyone wrong who said a fat kid from Brooklyn couldn't become a god. And now Puffy's about to make him rich beyond anything Christopher Wallace ever imagined on Fulton Street. Puffy stands behind his desk. White suit. Crisp. Perfect. His energy fills the room the way it always does. Puffy doesn't enter spaces. He occupies them. Commands them. Makes them revolve around whatever he's doing. Right now he's holding a document. 23 pages. Bound. Official. The kind of contract that changes lives. That creates dynasties. That turns artists into institutions. He's smiling. That famous Puffy smile. All teeth. All confidence. All certainty that what he's about to offer is going to make everyone in this room happy. Big, this is it. This is what we've been building toward. Puffy's voice carries that mixture of excitement and calculation. He's a businessman. Always has been. But he's also genuinely happy for Biggie. Genuinely proud. This contract represents validation for both of them. Proves the partnership works. Proves Bad Boy isn't a fluke. Proves they can do this again and again. 3 albums. $10 million. Points on everything. Publishing. Merchandising. You're about to be set for life. Your kids. Your grandkids. Generational wealth. Big. An assistant sits in the corner. Young woman. Early 20s. Notebook in her lap. She's here to witness the signing. To notarize if needed. To be the official record that this moment happened. Her name is Michelle. She's been with Bad Boy for 8 months. Seen deals made. Seen artists sign. Seen the moment when reality shifts and someone becomes something bigger. She's excited to be here. Excited to witness history. She has no idea what she's about to see. Puffy walks around the desk. Sets the contract on the glass coffee table in front of Biggie. The pages fan out slightly. Crisp white paper. Dense paragraphs. Legal language. Numbers with many zeros. The physical manifestation of a future. A guaranteed future. Safety. Security. Everything Biggie never had growing up. Everything his mother worked 3 jobs to try to provide. Everything he sold crack to chase. All of it right here. 23 pages. Just sign. Biggie leans forward. Picks up the contract. His hands are large. Dwarf the pages. He holds the document carefully. Not rough. Not casual. Respectful. Like it matters. Like it deserves attention. Puffy sits on the edge of his desk. Watching. Waiting. Confident. He's done the numbers. Knows this is a great deal. Knows Biggie's lawyer looked at it. Knows everyone's happy. This is a formality. The victory lap. The moment they shake hands and pop champagne and call Billboard and make it official. Biggie starts reading. Page 1. His eyes move across the text. Slow. Methodical. Actually reading. Not skimming. Puffy watches. Doesn't rush him. This is normal. Artists read their contracts. Smart artists anyway. Biggie's smart. Biggie learned early that you read everything. Trust nobody completely. Not even people you love. Especially not in business. Separate love from money. Separate friendship from contracts. It's the only way to survive. Page 2. Biggie's expression doesn't change. Neutral. Focused. Just reading. Processing. Understanding. His finger moves down the margin. Tracking his place. Professional. Michelle watches from the corner. Her pen hovers over her notebook, ready to record the moment, ready to write down the time Biggie signs, the time everything becomes official. She's already planned the press release in her head, already thinking about how this will play in the trades. Page 3. Still nothing. Biggie's face remains blank. Puffy's starting to relax. This is going well. Big's taking it serious. Reading carefully. That's good. That's smart. Shows respect for the process. Shows maturity. The old Biggie might have signed without reading, might have trusted blindly, but success taught him, fame educated him. He knows better now. Puffy respects it, actually respects it, wants his artists to be smart. Smart artists last longer, make more money, create better legacies. Page 4. Biggie stops, not dramatically, not obviously, just stops. His eyes stop moving across the page. His finger stops tracking down the margin. He's staring at something, reading the same paragraph again, then again. His jaw shifts slightly, barely noticeable, but Puffy notices, knows Biggie well enough to read the small signs. Something's wrong. What's wrong? What's on page 4 that's causing this? Puffy's already reviewed this contract 14 times. His lawyer reviewed it. Biggie's lawyer reviewed it. There's nothing wrong on page 4. Nothing controversial. Just standard language about album delivery schedules and recording budgets and the album delivery schedule. 3 albums, 18 months between each. That's what's on page 4. The timeline. The commitment. The promise that Biggie will be alive and functional and creative enough to deliver 3 more albums over the next 5 to 6 years. Standard language. Industry standard. Normal. Expected. Nothing unusual. Except Biggie stopped reading, stopped moving, stopped breathing normally. Puffy sits forward slightly. Everything okay, Big? You see something you want to discuss? His voice is careful, professional, not worried yet, just attentive, just present, just being a good label head who wants his artist to feel comfortable, who wants to address concerns, who wants everyone happy. Biggie doesn't respond immediately, just keeps staring at page 4, at the words that outline a future that requires him to exist, to be present, to be alive, to make it to 1997, 1999, 2001, to survive that long, to beat the odds that long, to escape the streets that long, to dodge the bullets that long, to outlive the beef that long, to make it when so many don't. When Tupac just got shot last year in this very city, when rappers are dying young all over the country, when being famous and black and successful makes you a target, when the life expectancy for someone who lived Biggie's first 18 years is significantly less than the timeline outlined on page 4, then Biggie does something that Michelle will remember for the rest of her life. Something that Puffy will think about every day after March 9, 1997. Something that will haunt everyone who hears this story for the next 25 years. Biggie grips the contract with both hands. Pages 1 through 23. The entire document. The entire future. The entire guaranteed $10 million. And he rips it. Not fast. Not in anger. Slowly. Deliberately. The sound is sharp. Crisp. Paper tearing. Controlled destruction. He rips the contract in half. Top to bottom. Clean tear. Then he sets both halves on the coffee table, side by side, like he's displaying them, like he wants everyone to see clearly what he just did. The office is completely silent. No phones ringing, no traffic noise penetrating, just silence, heavy silence, shocked silence. Michelle's pen has stopped moving. Her mouth is slightly open. She's never seen anything like this. Never seen anyone turn down $10 million. Never seen someone destroy their own future. Never seen an artist reject security. This doesn't happen. This isn't how this goes. People sign. People celebrate. People don't rip up $10 million contracts. That's not how the world works. Puffy is frozen. Actually frozen. His body hasn't moved. His expression hasn't changed from the confident smile he was wearing 30 seconds ago, but his eyes are different. Wide. Confused. Calculating. Trying to understand what just happened. Trying to figure out the play. The angle. The negotiation tactic. Because this has to be a negotiation tactic. Has to be Biggie making a point. Asking for more money. More points. Better terms. This has to be business. This can't be real. Nobody turns down $10 million. Nobody. What are you doing? Puffy's voice is quiet. Not angry. Not yet. Just confused. Genuinely confused. Big, what are you doing? He repeats it, like saying it twice will make the answer appear. We'll make this make sense. We'll rewind the last 15 seconds and restore reality to what it's supposed to be. Biggie looks up from the torn contract, looks directly at Puffy. His face is calm, not defiant, not angry, not negotiating, just calm. The calm of someone who's made a decision, who's seen something clearly, who knows something others don't. He speaks, voice steady, no hesitation, no doubt. 5 words that will echo through hip-hop history in ways nobody in this room can possibly imagine. I'm not living that long. The words land like stones in water, sink immediately, create ripples. Puffy blinks, processes, still doesn't understand. What do you mean you're not living that long? Big, you're 23. You're healthy. He stops, because even as he's saying it, he knows it's not about health, not about age. It's about something else, something darker, something Biggie sees that Puffy's choosing not to see. 3 albums means 6 years, minimum. Biggie's voice is matter of fact, like he's explaining math, like he's stating an obvious truth. I don't got 6 years, Puff. I'd be lying if I signed that. I'd be making a promise I can't keep. He stands up. The movement is slow, final. The movement of someone who's done with a conversation, who's said what needed saying, who's made their position clear. Puffy stands too, moves around the desk, closer to Biggie. Big, what are you talking about? You think something's gonna happen to you? Now there's concern in his voice, real concern, not about the money, not about the contract, about Biggie, about his friend, about his brother. Talk to me. What's going on? Are you getting threats? Is this about the Tupac situation? Because we can handle that. We can get more security. We can. It's not about threats, Puff. Biggie interrupts. Gentle, not harsh, just clear. It's about knowing. It's about seeing what's coming. It's about understanding that this. He gestures at the torn contract, at the office, at all of it. This has an expiration date. And I'm not gonna stand here and promise you 3 albums when I know I won't make it to 3 albums. Michelle's hand is shaking. She's writing this down, but her handwriting is illegible. Scribbles. Her job was to witness a signing. Instead, she's witnessing something else. Something she doesn't have words for. A prophecy maybe. A confession. A goodbye disguised as a business decision. She wants to leave. Wants to not be hearing this. But she can't move. Can't look away. This is real. This is happening. And some part of her knows she needs to remember every detail. You don't know that. Puffy's voice has an edge now. Not anger. Desperation. You can't know that. Nobody knows their future. Big. You're in a dark place. Success does that sometimes. Makes you paranoid. Makes you think everyone's out to get you. But we're family. Bad Boy is family. We protect each other. I'm not paranoid, Puff. I'm clear. Biggie picks up his jacket from the couch, puts it on. Slow movements. Deliberate. I appreciate what you're trying to do. I appreciate the offer. 10 million is crazy money. My moms could live forever on that. Tiana could go to any college. It's everything I should want. Everything I should sign. But I can't sign a contract that pretends I've got 6 years. Because I don't. How do you know? Puffy asks it desperately, pleading almost, wanting an answer, wanting logic, wanting something he can fix or change or negotiate away. How do you know you don't have 6 years? Biggie looks at him, really looks at him, long moment. Then he says something quieter, something that Michelle almost doesn't catch. Same way you know when it's gonna rain. Same way you know when something's ending. You just know. He heads toward the door. Puffy doesn't try to stop him, doesn't grab his arm, doesn't block his path, just stands there holding air where a contract used to be, watching his biggest artist walk away from $10 million, watching his friend walk toward something Puffy can't see but Biggie clearly can. At the door, Biggie pauses, doesn't turn around, just pauses. We'll make another album, maybe 2 if there's time, but I'm not promising 3. I'm not promising 6 years. I'd rather break a contract than break a promise. Then he opens the door and walks out. The sound of the office returns, phones ringing, people talking, the machinery of Bad Boy churning forward. But in Puffy's office, everything's still, silent, broken. Michelle looks at her notes, looks at the torn contract on the table, looks at Puffy standing motionless by his desk. Should I cancel the press release? Her voice is small, uncertain, scared almost. Puffy doesn't answer, just stares at the door where Biggie left, stares like if he looks hard enough, Biggie will come back. We'll say it was a joke. We'll sign. We'll take the money. We'll promise the albums. We'll be okay. We'll live. We'll survive. We'll make it past 23, 24, 25. Will prove himself wrong, will be paranoid for nothing. We'll laugh about this in 6 years when he's delivering album number 3 and collecting his final check, and everything Biggie said today will be a funny story about how success made him temporarily insane. But Biggie doesn't come back. And Puffy knows, somewhere deep, somewhere he doesn't want to look, that Biggie's not wrong. That Biggie sees something true. That the game they're playing has rules and costs and timelines that don't care about contracts or money or promises. That being the king means wearing a target. That being the biggest means being the most visible. That success in this world, at this level, in this moment, in this city, with this beef, with this energy, with this violence, comes with an expiration date. And Biggie just looked at that date on page 4 and said no. Said I won't lie. Said I won't pretend. Said I won't promise what I can't deliver. The contract stays torn on Puffy's desk for 3 days. He doesn't throw it away. Doesn't file it. Just leaves it there. Looking at it. Thinking. Trying to understand. On the 4th day, he has Michelle tape it back together. Not to offer again. Just to have it. Just to hold the physical proof that Biggie turned down $10 million because he knew. Because he saw. Because he understood something about his own future that everyone around him was trying to ignore. March 9, 1997. 18 months after Biggie tears up the contract. 18 months, not 6 years. Not 3 albums. Not even 2. One more album. Life After Death. Released 16 days after Biggie's murdered in Los Angeles. Shot 4 times. Drive-by. 24 years old. Gone. Just like he said. Just like he knew. Just like he tried to tell Puffy in an office in Times Square while tearing a contract in half and walking away from everything he should have wanted. Puffy keeps the taped contract in his office. Framed eventually. Not as a trophy. As a reminder. That Biggie knew. That some people can see their own ending. That turning down money isn't always about money. Sometimes it's about truth. Sometimes it's about refusing to lie. Sometimes it's about making the only promise you can keep. I won't promise what I can't deliver. And Biggie couldn't deliver 6 years. Couldn't deliver 3 albums on that timeline. Could only deliver what he had time for. Which was one more masterpiece in 18 more months and a prophecy that no one wanted to believe but everyone should have listened to. Michelle left Bad Boy 6 months after Biggie died. Couldn't handle it. Couldn't reconcile what she witnessed with what happened. Couldn't shake the feeling that she watched someone predict their own death and nobody stopped it. Nobody could stop it. Because how do you stop something the person themselves has already accepted? How do you save someone who's already said goodbye? The contract, taped back together, hangs in Puffy's office today. A reminder that sometimes the bravest thing an artist can do isn't sign the deal. It's refuse to lie about how long they'll be around to honor it.